Hi lovies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa and today we are going to dive into a topic that is very near and dear to my heart: how to become that woman in your 20s. You know, the woman who exudes confidence, success, self-assuredness, the woman who seems to have everything together and is living her best, most authentic life. It's a journey for sure, and I'm going to share with you the things that have helped me along the way. So make sure you grab a drink, get comfy, and we're going to get right to that woman. So what I'm going to do first is break down what I'm talking about. Being that woman is not about achieving perfection or having all of the answers, because let's be honest, nobody has it all figured out. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself every day. That woman is confident, authentic, continuously working on personal growth. Becoming that woman starts with a mindset shift and an ongoing commitment to self-improvement and authenticity. Step 1, self-discovery and personal growth. The first step to becoming that woman is your journey of self-discovery. In our 20s, I'm 21, I feel like we are at such a pivotal stage in our life where we have so many opportunities to just explore and learn and grow. And it is crucial to take time to understand who you are, the things that you value, what it is that you want out of life. Be very specific and intentional in this. And the way that I do this is through journaling. Journaling is honestly my go-to. I feel like it is such a powerful tool during this process. So I like to honestly spend as much time as I can writing down my thoughts and my dreams and my visions, my goals, everything, and be very detailed, be very intentional. Reflect on your experiences, what they've taught you about yourself, what they have taught you about the people around you, about the things you want out of life. And when you're journaling, it is so important to be brutally honest so that when you are through whatever experience you're going through, you can look back on it, you can recognize your strengths, and you can also acknowledge and see areas you may want to improve. Personal growth is such a continuous process. It is never going to be fully complete. You should always be looking to improve and grow more in life. You're always going to be working on yourself. So be patient, enjoy the journey. You know, discovering who you are is not like a one-step guide, but I would definitely say it is the most important part about becoming her or becoming that woman, because if you don't know who you are, how are you ever going to be the best version of yourself? You never will. Step 2, setting and achieving goals. Okay guys, when setting and achieving your goals, it is so important to set clear, concise, actionable goals. It is so crucial. And when you're becoming her, becoming that woman, whether it's in your professional aspirations, fitness goals, being healthier, personal development, having tangible goals is what gives you a direction and a purpose. It's what gives you something to wake up to every morning. It's something to work towards every day, and I think the easiest way of doing this is by starting with really small goals. Break them down and let them be more manageable steps. The purpose of this, honestly, is to make your goals a lot less overwhelming and more achievable, because when you have a goal that is so big and seems so unobtainable, you don't give yourself those baby steps on how you're reasonably going to get there. You're going to wake up every single day and feel like your dreams are simply just that, unobtainable ideas that are too good to be true. And similarly to the journaling and like the whole documenting the process so you can look back on it, make sure you celebrate the small wins, whether it's you waking up at 5 a.m. every single day and going to the gym before work, or it's you cut out most of your sugar for the week. Celebrate the small things, because it's going to make the process less grueling. It's going to make improving feel less like a chore and more like a conscious decision. And when you celebrate those small wins, it's just going to give you that confidence that you need to tackle those bigger goals. Building confidence. Building confidence when you are trying to become the best version of yourself, becoming her, becoming that woman, whatever you want to call it. Confidence is the cornerstone of becoming any of those things. It is so important that you are believing in yourself and in your abilities. It's not something that we are all born with, but it's something that you can build over time. And something that works for me in my life is honestly stepping out of my comfort zone, taking risks. And it sounds so cliche, but you have to stop being afraid to fail. And I look at it this way: each challenge I face and I overcome, my confidence is boosted. So in a lot of ways, it encourages me to venture out a lot more, and situations that most people might see as socially awkward or giving them anxiety. I obviously feel those same things. I'm human, right? Like, we don't like awkward situations. It's just not in our nature. But every single time I face a situation like that head on, I become more comfortable in those same situations and my confidence builds. So then next time, I'm not going to walk into a room and feel like, oh my gosh, like, am I doing the most? I'm going to walk into that room confidently. Building off of that, surrounding yourself with supportive people who uplift you and are not judgmental is so crucial. You choose your goals when you choose your friends, right? And if you want to be confident, surround yourself with confident people who don't care what other people are going to think or say. My last piece of advice when it comes to confidence actually has to do with your physical posture, okay? Hold your head held high, shoulders back, relaxed. Be confident with how you go into the world. For example, for myself, I personally love to put a little bit of extra effort into my makeup, into my hair, into my outfits, so that when I go into the world, I feel like a bad bitch. And how I look externally a lot of times radiates how I feel on the inside. And that's not to say that you have to like go out with like a full face of makeup or anything like that. You know, especially during the summer, it's hot. A lot of us don't want to do the most, but even just picking like a cute outfit versus going out in sweatpants, or I don't fucking know, just doing anything that makes you feel good about yourself, so that when you go into the world, you feel a little bit more like armored. You know what I mean? You feel a little bit more prepared for any social encounters you may have. If you have social anxiety, when you feel confident with how you look, chances are you're going to feel confident walking into a room. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Confidence was always something that my family, both my mom and dad, really instilled in me a ton. And it has been something that I carry throughout all different areas of my life, whether it be professionally, whether it be in, you know, dating, in just all areas of my life, even just like encountering awkward people. Because, like, let's be real, we live in a society full of awkward fucking people who don't know how to talk, who don't know how to conversate. And I find when I go into something confidently and I don't really care about, you know, like, oh, like, let me just be nice. If this person responds and they respond, if they're shy, then, you know, hopefully me being a little more open will cause them to be a little more open. You know what I mean? Like, your confidence radiates. You know what I mean? And it makes people more comfortable being around you and being in your presence and in your energy. So yeah, that's my little spiel on confidence. Okay, healthy habits and self-care. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health is essential. It is essential for anyone, but especially when you're trying to become her. Develop healthy habits that nourish your body and your mind. And I know you guys, I know, you've heard it a million times, but how you feel inside is greatly going to affect how you go into the world, how you feel day to day, and it's just so important. So you have to really make sure you develop some kind of routine, you know, whether it's like exercise, you know, the treadmill, the Stairmaster, lifting weights, going on a nature walk, you know, whatever it is. Make sure you prioritize some kind of physical activity in your routine. Doesn't have to be crazy, okay? I'm not a gym girly, but I will go to the gym and I will incline walk on the treadmill for an hour and a half. And personally, for me, when I work out, especially in the morning, I feel so much more motivated to go on throughout my day. The same thing goes with trying to eat as healthy as possible. Lots of water. And I'm one of those people where I just kind of see food as like just be balanced, you know what I mean? I don't really restrict what I'm eating. I'm more I'm more of like a calorie counter, you know what I mean? And for some people that doesn't work, but for me I'd rather be able to have options and just limit the amount of food I'm eating, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like having a very strict diet, especially in the summer when there's so much good food and good drinks and lots of wine. Everything in moderation, okay? And one of my favorite forms of self-care has to be like my everything shower routine, which I will leave down below. But it's just like a pamper day. And typically I'll dedicate like Sunday to that, and I will go to like Target, or yeah, usually just Target, and I'll restock all of like my Native and my Method body washes, get new razors, shower steamers, and I will make the process of what is regularly maintenance so much more enjoyable by, I don't know, just making it like an aesthetic experience. And I find doing small things like that and like romanticizing monotonous tasks in your life makes it so much more enjoyable. And it makes your self care actually feel like you are doing something special for yourself, and it's not something that is just like terrible. Financial independence, honestly, is such a liberating feeling, and it's something that I'm getting better at every single day. I personally, I'm a spender, okay? I love to shop. Sephora, Ulta, Target, hell, like the Salvation Army, I will go crazy. And I'm just one of those people, like if it's in my cart, I just feel the innate need to buy it. So for me, I'm trying my best to kind of prioritize things a little bit better and understanding like the end goal is so much more important than having everything I want right now and like the whole instant gratification. I'm working on it. And just saving my money, you know, educating myself about finance, because I feel like for a lot of us, that is something that we are not well versed on. It's not really something we learn a whole lot about in school or even college. You know, I just graduated and I feel like in a lot of ways I am not any more financially responsible than I was going into it. But luckily, you know, watching other people's journeys, especially here like on YouTube, we have so many resources where we can learn and we can be better. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to teach myself and just doing things like, you know, like money investing, whether it be 401k or a high yield savings account. Just investing in your future is something that I'm recognizing is so important, especially in your 20s, because it makes such a difference. Such a difference. Like the difference between waiting between, you know, starting like a 401k in your 20s versus your 30s is like, it can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? So whether it's like $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever you can afford to do, invest that in your future. So hopefully, you know, one day we're not working until we're 50. We're not waiting for that financial freedom to come. We are sacrificing now so that we can enjoy later, right? And my brother always instills this in my mind. It is the rat race, and it's going to suck. It's going to be a few years of just really shitty time, you know, putting your money away and working like a dog, but it's going to all benefit later on when you're 35, 40 and you can retire versus being 50, 55, 60, or being completely unable to retire because you didn't put those plans in place ahead of time. Financial independence is more about the freedom of the mind and not having finances be something you stress about. And building meaningful connections is so important. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who challenge you, and be incredibly selective with the people you allow in your circle. Quality over quantity. You've heard it. Everyone always says it, okay? But it's key, especially when you are developing friendships and relationships. Foster relationships based off of mutual respect, trust, love, Building meaningful relationships at every single point in your life is going to be a significant part. It's going to be important, whether it's platonic, romantic, family, professional, all of the different types of relationships. And it's very important to be able to maintain healthy and positive relationships. Surrounding yourself with people who genuinely make you feel like you are one step closer to achieving your goals. You don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of yes men. And what I mean by that is people who are going to only be agreeable, people who are always going to take the stance of just having the same opinion as you and are unable to think for themselves. And at the same time, it's also super important to have those people who are positive, not the people who are going to just purposely disagree with everything you do because they're jealous or because they don't want to see you happy. You know what I mean? Because I've had friends like that as well. You just need to have that balance. But overall, you just want to have a circle of genuine people around you. Don't be afraid to keep your circle small. Something that I'm learning the older I'm getting. And I see kind of how my circle hasn't really changed in much time. If anything, people have fallen out of it. But like over the years, I have the same core group of people in my life. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for it because the people that I have are all goal-oriented, happy people, and we all have very similar goals in life. Let the toxic people go. Because honestly, the unfortunate part is that when you are growing, you are no longer going to relate to 90% of people. When you are going further places in life, you're no longer going to find the same sense of humor funny. You're no longer going to be entertained by the same people who are comfortable remaining exactly the same and don't look for more growth. You're not going to be drawn to the same things they are because they are perfectly content not changing. They are perfectly content not growing, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, people are always going to be of different calibers. They're going to have different goals. They're going to have different visions. But when you want to be the best version of yourself, when you want to be the highest quality woman you possibly can, and I hate to refer to people as high quality because I don't think that's the right term, but when you want to align with the values that you would believe come with the highest quality of a person, your surroundings are going to change. Your interests are going to change. You are not going to align with what the general population is doing, and that's fine. It's more than fine. So don't be afraid to grow out of old friendships. Don't be afraid to no longer feel drawn to hang out with the same kind of people. You're growing. Your environment is going to change, unfortunately. But embracing your own journey. At the end of the day, our paths are going to be different. I could sit here and I could give you a step-by-step guide on what it means to become that woman. But in my opinion, it would just be my opinion, and it's going to look different for all of you. Your journey is your journey, and that is what is going to make it the most beautiful process. Don't compare yourself to me, don't compare yourself to others, or feel pressured to meet, societal expectations, which is so easy to do, especially in a world where honestly, social media takes precedent over virtually everything, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, Reddit, whatever it is. And we see so many perfect lifestyles, and it makes you feel like you have to conform in order to be successful or have a successful life, and it's not true. The most important concept of becoming that woman is about being true to yourself and being the most authentic version of who you are, what is fulfilling to you. It's your journey, and you want to enjoy it, to celebrate it, and always be willing to learn along the way. But most importantly, guys, don't take it too seriously. Be happy, be confident, be positive, and live a life that you are proud of. That's all you can do at the end of the day. So that's all I have for you guys today. I did want to thank you guys so much for 4,000 subscribers. I can not even believe it. I love you guys so much. Please, please, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe It really does help, okay? We don't just say that because it doesn't help. It helps when you engage with the content. It shows the algorithm that you like what you're seeing. But yeah, guys, that is all I have for you today, and I will see you in my next video.